Chill. What's going on, guys? Braxton's Rides here doing a video, and as you can tell, I'm going to tell you how I became or got into motovlogging. So I figured that'd be a real cool topic, and before we get started, I want your guys' opinion. So what I want to do is I want to swap out. A buddy of mine was telling me it looked dope, and I was thinking about it too in the process, and I just didn't know if I should. But I want to swap this headlight out. I want to get a little it's actually 6 inches, so get a 6-inch LED bar to put in here and have that be my headlight. But I don't know if I want to do that. I found them on Amazon for like $40. I'm not going to go buy a top of the line one. Just don't feel like spending the money right now, so I'm just going to get a somewhat decent one. Bright as fuck though, that's all that matters. So you guys tell me what you think. Think if that'd be dope, or if it'd be stupid, or if I don't know. I think it'll look dope. I have no doubt about that. But, so guys, I don't have my sunglasses on me, so that means I gotta flip my visor down. But I will try my very best to talk quiet, and also orange. I'm in the process of, howdy neighbor, alrighty. I'm in the process of going ahead and buying myself a new mic, which it's a good investment considering how I use it pretty much every day, and I just use headphones, you know, just with a mic on them, and it's getting really annoying. And that kid's always been into guns. And they're always in their garage. Yeah, so I looked online to find out how to like make it so it's not so loud. The problem is since I have a visor down in front of my face, it echoes my voice throughout my whole helmet. So it's kind of impossible to, well, it's not impossible, it's possible, but it's hard to make it like quiet, you know, if you know what I mean. And I found out that you can like put a rag and shit on it or tape it or something. Dang, that guy's been out here all day. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that here tonight since I have nothing else better to do. Cause I have no friends. Go ahead and get up to this stop sign. Don't worry, buddy. I ain't coming out. Da, 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 da. Like I said, guys, I'm sorry if I'm like really loud. It's just I can't really. It's hard because it's hard to like keep a consistent sounding voice, and just because like I'm talking and then like I'll forget about it and I'll start talking loud and then it's obnoxiously loud, and so I'll tell you guys I apologize. Also, guys, I know I asked you at the end of the video yesterday, but tell me what you guys thought of that little dual vlog deal I had with General Goody Hole. It was actually pretty fun. Go ahead and get my sugar walls up there. Yeah, it was fun. I wish that his 85 would have ran a little better. But hey. So, let's go ahead and get to my topic. Oh, there we go. Ooh, it's like right in the eyes. It's like, there we go. Hoping that's better. So, let's go ahead and get to my topic. So, my topic for today, like I told you at the beginning of the video, is how I got into motovlogging itself, okay? Now, when I was younger, a good 6 years ago, maybe 5, 6 years, or maybe longer, maybe 7, I don't know. I played video games on my computer like every other white kid at the time, and so basically I played a game, and I still know the passwords and stuff for that channel. I just don't ever go on it, because when I was a kid I thought, dang, everyone goes on and looks for videos, and I thought everyone would see my video. I was like, man, I'm gonna be the next Willy Wonka or some shit. And as a kid, I was like, hell yeah, that's so dope. Now back then, I was like, heck yeah, that's so cool. But now I'm like, hell yeah. But, yeah, so basically I had a channel a long time ago, and I posted on it for quite a while. I have a ton of videos on it, and I made videos every day like I do on this one. And I just kind of, I don't game too much anymore. This is a lot more fun, so I figured why not. So, flat tire. And yeah, so that's how my YouTube kind of started going. I was like, man, I want people to watch me play video games, and I was like, that's pretty cool, but I think I'm gonna pass on that. So, didn't do YouTube for a while. I started watching. I looked up, God, what did I look up? I wish I remember what I looked up, because it was awesome. He honked at me. So, okay, so I looked up, God, what did I look up? I really wish I could, because this literally got me into getting a bike. I think I looked something up about motorcycles. So, I looked up something up about motorcycles, and it was, I want to say it was like a motorcycle chase or something. It wasn't nothing like, it wasn't anything like super crazy. So I went ahead, I was going to turn, I'm going to turn here. So I went ahead, I typed out motorcycle chases, and first thing that popped up, watched some motorcycle chases, and then Baker X Derek, I saw, he had a Motovlog entry, and it was, I can't remember what the first video I watched was. It was him on his DR, and it was him on his DR, and I was like, dang, that's so cool. I started watching, and you know, he's like, choo, at everyone, and it was really cool. And I was like, man, I want a bike so bad. That's so cool. And so I went ahead, and I was like, you know what, I'm getting a bike. I don't even care. So went ahead, got a bike, and then I started watching more guys like Jake the Garden Snake. I started watching. What up, bro? And so I went ahead and started watching those guys. I watched Jake the Garden Snake. I watched Jake the Garden Snake, Yummy R6, Baker X Derek, Arson Rides. Any of those, like 6'4" Honda, I watched him a little bit. Don't worry, it's all good, bro. What are you shaking your head at me for, you booty hole? Oh, that's a sick remote control truck. So basically, after watching them, I was like, I want Baker X Derek, because I probably watched him the most out of any of them. I just loved his style. I thought it was hilarious. And, yeah, so then I was like, you know what, I want to make my own channel. So for Christmas, I got this little camera, and I went ahead and started making videos. What's up, cowboy? And yeah, that's how I got started. All inspiration. That's how it all begins, you know. Someone inspires you to go do something, and it's pretty cool, really. That's even the wrong way too, but I just did that. So, but I did it I had a reason. Ooh, them brakes though. I had a friend that had one of those little mopeds. Yeah, so I went out. I was like, you know what? I'm getting a bike. I'm getting the same one Baker X Derek's got. Chill! And I found a DR200 next door to my house. Chill! And I found it. I didn't find it. I was on my way to school, and this guy's moving it. Like, he had it in the back of his truck, and I was like, oh my god. It was a 1997 DR200 SE. I was like, oh my god, that's the exact same one he has. That's so dope. So I was like, I've got to go ahead and I got to talk to this guy and make sure I get that thing. So I went over and I was like, hey man, is that bike for sale? He's like, probably in like a year. I was like, a year? I was like, dang, I don't want to wait that long. But at the time, I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'll buy that off you right in 2 years. And I was like, how much you want? He's like, 8. I was like, perfect. That's perfect price range for me. And I was like, how many miles? They have 4,400 miles or some shit on it. And so he's like, hey, can you help me unload it from my truck? I was like, sure. helps them unload it. That bike is these DRs are super light, which is nice. And they actually, a lot of motorcycle courses use these. You know, back when these were new and whatnot, they use these a lot to show you how to ride a motorcycle. It's because they're so light and easy to maneuver. But I help them get unloaded, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, dang, this thing's actually pretty clean. And it was pretty clean and whatnot. And I was like, so would you sell it sooner? He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I was like, all right, dude. Well, I'll let you know when I get the money, and I will call you. And so I called him. I got the money. I got more than enough money. And my plan was to offer him more than he wanted, so maybe that would like make him want to sell it earlier. And so that's what I did. I texted him and everything, and he never replied, never called me back. I left him messages like 2-3 days in a row, and he never called me back. So I was like, well, I'm gonna start looking. I found a DR200 on Craigslist, and it was beat up. It didn't have any of these side panels on it, and I was like, dang, you know what though, that's a DR200, that's perfect, that'll get up to speed and everything, and I'll be good. And so I went out and tried to get a hold of him. And people are stupid on Craigslist. I'm not calling you stupid if you're watching this, but post a phone number or an actual email you'll look at for contact, because this guy just had his normal Craigslist email, which no one checks. I emailed him twice with my number, and he never called me back. And I was like, all right, Kent, I didn't want your bike anyway. So I'm looking, I type in DR200 on Craigslist, and I type it in, nothing comes up, and then down at the very bottom it says, here's a few local results. And this baby was on there. And I was like, what is that? I look at it, and I was like, that looks just like a DR200, and it said DR125 SE. I was like, dang, I wonder if it's a 125. I really want a 200, like, really bad. And it was, well, basically, you know, I go look at it, and I test drive it, which it's really nice and really cool to do. But it kind of gets your mushroom tip, like, caught up in the bike, because now you've ridden it, and you're like, oh my god, I gotta have the bike! So, I mean, it's your decision, but I would look around before you. And test driving's good, you know, but I don't know. I don't know too much, but I know enough. And so basically, I went ahead and looked at it, and I was like, look, man, what's the least you'll take? And I told him, I was like, I looked at a DR200, man. I really wanted 200 because that thing can go 65, no problem. While this thing struggles a little bit. And he's like, yeah, I can do 8. I'm like, that's perfect. It only had 1,285 miles on it. It had no miles on it. It's like brand new. I was like, sweet. And considering it's 20 years old, when I bought it right when it turned 20. And the fact that it had 1,200 miles on it for being 20 years old, I was just like, wow, that's a way better deal for $800 than going $800 and $800 and only getting, you know, 4,000 miles, which I still have 3,000 to go till I'm at that point. But I don't know, I'm glad I got this bike. I really love this bike. It may be just a little baby 125, but I'll tell you what, it packs a punch. And when I bought this bike, when I bought this bike, it said in the description that they did a carb upgrade on it. They upgraded the jets, they upgraded the floaters, they upgraded the fucking, you know how when you squeeze this thing, that plug lifts? They upgraded that so it like idles better and it accelerates better. It accelerates really good. It's like, if it accelerates good now, think how bad it was when it didn't have it. But let's see if I can show you kind of how torquey it is. Oh, it's because I was in 6th. Like, see, it'll go. Like, it'll go. But I just need to do that rear sprocket change. So, that is how I got into motovlogging, and that's the history of me getting this baby! So I honestly love this bike a ton. I'm really glad I got it. It's a really clean bike, other than that broken taillight that I broke. So, I don't know. Pretty fun. I will tell you what, riding a motorcycle, technically this is on the title, it says motorcycle. So, I'm calling it a fucking motorcycle. Riding a motorcycle is pretty fun. Alright, I've ridden like that little green pit bike you guys saw in yesterday's video. You guys, that one, I rode around. So I was like, dang, this is so fun. My dad has a motorcycle. I always rode on the back of that as a little kid, and it's just always fun. Which sucks because my dad loves motorcycles. He used to have three. He had three at one point, and he ended up getting rid of two of them, and now he just has a real nice one. So that's all good. But it's fun. You know, I never thought I would actually own a motorcycle. A year ago, I was like, dang, they're so dangerous. I don't know if I want one. And then, you know, considering I've never actually ridden one, like, alone by myself, and actually felt the, you know, the thrill and the, you know, all that cool stuff. It's fun. I'll tell you that. I'll give you that much. It is a lot of fun, and I'm really glad I got into it. I'm really glad I found Baker X Derek's channel. I'm glad I found Arson Ride's channel. I'm glad I found Jake the Garden Snake's channel. And I'm happy I found Yummy R6's channel, because those guys kind of helped push me into getting one. And you know, they had videos on like how to talk your parents into it, because like my parents weren't like set on it. My dad was, but my mom was kind of like, I don't know, it's a motorcycle, I don't think so. And I was like, I'm only gonna ride it on dirt. And then we and obviously I don't do that. Go ahead. And which is funny, because she told me when I bought this I'd only be riding this thing on dirt, but obviously I'm not. So really, oh, but yeah, it's pretty funny. It was funny because I was like, dang, I'm gonna have to come and get tags. I'll have to pay for tags. I'll have to pay for a plate. And we went and get the title like signed over into my name. The girl that was there like was like, do you want to get tags and whatnot for it? And my parent or my mom was like, how much are they? She's like, $25. My mom's like, yeah, sure, we might as well, since you're gonna be riding it over to that dirt lot and riding around. Whoa, come on, girl, get up there, feller, shift. And so we went ahead and got all, you know, got the license plate and the tags for it, just so we're like, right now I'm okay. No one's gonna really stop me, but I'm going killing. For a little bit, that was like a cop car. My heart kind of got going a little bit. But I've driven by a few cops. As you've seen in my videos, I've driven by 2 or 3 or some shit. And I don't know. I think their deal is they see the plate and they're like, oh, it's all good. But technically, by law, it is. The police officer I talked to, you know, like I've already told you guys how technically you don't need insurance, but it's good to have in case of an accident. But since I'm just riding around here, I don't really need it. And then once I get my motorcycle license, I'll be good. I'll be good to go. So guys, that's, you know, I think that about concludes today's video. I appreciate you guys watching, like always. CHEAAAAH! And yeah, like, I can't express enough how much it means to me for you guys to watch these, because the fact that I make these and you guys watch them and enjoy them and comment and, you know, interact with me and the channel, it means a lot. CHEAAAAH! And I don't know, I like it a lot, and I like the likes. I like these subscriptions really help. It helps me kind of, because I'm able to see graphs of how I'm growing, and over time I am growing. It hasn't been a month yet, so I'm not able to see a graph. I'm not able to see a huge deal. I'm able to see enough to be, whoa, you freak! What are you doing, you slut? And yeah, it lets me get a good view of if I'm doing stuff right or wrong, which is what I told you guys. So, you guys know what to do. Like and subscribe on this channel. Oh, there's a truck. Like and subscribe on this channel if you haven't done that yet. Then go ahead and like this channel. Cutting it a little close. And comment too. Comment if you're a fellow motovlogger, or you ever want, you have a channel or something. Tell me about it. And tell me how you got started. And if you ride a bike, tell me your first bike buying experience. If it went how you planned it to go, or if it went completely different. Chill. And you guys good and have a real good day. Chill. Later, guys. Chicka chicka.